Frank Sepe with NPC News Online here at Bev Francis Powerhouse Gym with IFBB Men's Physique Pro Andre Ferguson. 9 days out from the Olympia. We just saw him posing for head judge Steve Weinberger, and he gave you the thumbs up. How you feel?
I feel pretty damn good. Pretty good.
How do you feel compared to other preps?
Oh, I'm bigger. I'm more lean. This is gonna be the best yet. And it's cliche to say it, but it is.
So, going into this show, you know, you have an idea of what you want to look like and what kind of package you want to present. What was your thought process going into this? Did you need to be bigger? Did you need to be smaller?
From the Arnold in last year's Olympia, I just needed about 4 more pounds of muscle. That's it. Nothing drastic. So I actually overshot the 4 pounds, but then we tightened it back up a little bit. So it's about 4 pounds more.
So we all know how you placed last year, you know, so obviously you're going in for the win, right? What happens when you do win?
Ooh, not much changes for me, Frank, man.
You're not going to hit the ground crying, stop praying?
You got me. You stumped me on it last time. I really don't think so, but I can't call it, man. I can't call it. We don't know. You're
not going to be like, I told you.
You know what? Look. To me, I'm not big on I told you so's because everyone knows what they said and they have to eat their own words. Right. So there's no reason for me to look at you and say, I told you so. You know what you said.
Is there anything you could have done differently in your mind that could have got you further along, or you think you're at your all-time best coming into the show?
I'll be at my all-time best on the stage. We don't judge shows off of being 3 weeks out or 9 days out or 3 days out or even 1 day out. The show's being judged at 10, 11 a.m. on that Saturday, the 15th. So that specific window, we will nail the look. We will nail the look.
There's a lot of, obviously, this is a huge show for a men's physique. The class is stacked. If you go on Instagram, some of these guys look incredible, but the day they come into the contest, they look nothing like their Instagram. You know, and their fans are swayed by that. Have you seen a lot of this?
This happens every year, Frank. This is what my homeboy says to me, though. He goes, Dre, you're last place on Instagram and first place on the stage. So that's all that really matters.
Also, video, too, don't lie. We don't put filters on our video for NPC News Online. You know, we try to show the real, the real picture of what, there you go. What about posing now? Have you worked on your posing? Have you doing the same kind of routine?
The routine for the most part is the same. We got some new poses we added in. We didn't really show them just now in the little run through we just did, because Steve just really wants to see me do front and back. So yeah. He just wants to see front and back. But we got some new stuff, but no theatrics. Like, I'm not big on the theatrics, man. No need for them.
Speaking of theatrics, there was a lot of yelling back and forth at the press conference last year. You know, do you predict that that's going to happen again? Or are you ready to unload on someone?
There's nothing left to say, man. Let's just get to the action.
So you're not going to let Dennis James and Bob Chick goat you into kind of...
Yo, I love Dennis, man. And Dennis are real...
They're the best.
Yo, Dennis are really, really trying to get you, too. Because, look, Dennis will ask you a question that you're not ready for, and it's going to make you get emotional, and it'll make you start... Look, Dennis just knows how to ask at the right time to work you up. And once you get worked up, there's no more holding back past that.
That's his job. But if he comes at you and says, Andre, this guy says you'll never, ever be able to beat him.
There's only one guy who we can say that about, and that's Jeremy. Besides that, I've beat all the rest of them dudes.
So now going into the Olympia, now you have a contract with Performix Driven. You've been using their products, and obviously we've had a ton of videos on NPC News Online for your prep. What was your #1 go-to product from that company?
Fruity cereal all day. And I know a lot of people represent companies and they try to sell you a dream. I'm not selling you a dream, man. Try the product, you're gonna like it. It's like we say all the time, it's not about what I take. Listen, you need to take the product, then you're gonna like it.
Yes, look, it's more than just a couple of scoops of protein powder that's gonna make you a champion. Obviously, it's the daily grind, it's just the training, it's everything. There's nutrition, it's having that motivation. What was your, was there one thing that kept you motivated going into this Olympia?
I'm chasing the #1 spot. I don't need any more motivation. I don't use haters for fuel. Like the little banter back and forth with the dudes on the internet, that's fun to me. But I don't use that for fuel or motivation. My motivation strictly is the goal at hand. And the goal at hand is climbing to that #1 spot.
Are your kids behind you now?
They don't care.
room for you?
They don't care about this shit, Frank.
You're gonna tell them you won anyway.
Yeah, like, listen, they're gonna think I won regardless. They don't care.
Well, you know, I want to wish you luck. NPC News Online, you got a lot of fans out there. Let the chips fall where they may, right?
I always say, it's not basketball. I can't outwill you on the court.
Right.
So I can show up with my best. The judges are judging the show. They determine it. So show up with your best. The chips fall where they fall.
And we're going to have full coverage of the Olympia on NPC News Online. We're going to have backstage. We're going to follow this guy, and we're going to follow a lot of competitors, you know, on their quest from on the stage to off the stage. So get ready for some fireworks and some great video. NPC News Online. Thank you, Andre, for taking the time, as always. Appreciate it.
No problem, guys. No problem.
Always cool. Frank Sepe for NPC News Online.